I know that Jason Leisure from the Chicago Sun-Times is now joining Cassie as well. And I'll start with Jason, since he's new now to the group. Jason, you just saw the list that we referenced. Tell me, who would you like to see at the top of that list for the Bears?
My best pick for the Bears would be an offensive coach who can finally give them that coach-quarterback connection that they've been missing. Somebody with Caleb Williams. So obviously top choice would be Ben Johnson, but my next choice would be Cliff Kingsbury. I really think that he has the experience working with quarterbacks. He played quarterback. I think his time as head coach with Arizona was a little bit of a mixed bag, but I think some good in there. And obviously it would be a good fit with Caleb Williams based on the way that Caleb has talked about Cliff.
Cassie?
I'm not a fan of going with Cliff Kingsbury personally. I think he's actually happy right now in D.C. with the Commanders, just being an offensive coordinator. I did cover him back at Texas Tech his final season before he got fired, and I will say players in college loved playing for him, but I think he had the same problems that he ran into in Arizona, this kind of bro culture. And I know he's learned from Dan Quinn that you have to set the standard right away and have more discipline, but I don't know that he's itching to be a head coach right now.
I think if he is, he'd be looking to coach Caleb Williams.
And I think that for a guy like Cliff Kingsbury, you look at the resume he has as an offensive mind, that's definitely there. If you interview Cliff Kingsbury, which the Bears already have had the opportunity to do last offseason, I think you need to find the ways he's improved. As we've been talking about leaders and leaders of men, Cliff Kingsbury's been a head coach in college. He's been a head coach in the National Football League. He got fired from both those opportunities. So, you know, I think his offensive success should not be the only reason you say he gets this opportunity as a head coach. They are two different jobs.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there that's been reported. How about this under-the-radar candidate emerging for the job? Miami Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver. Quick 30 seconds. Are you guys, Jason, Cassie, Anthony, anyone hearing about Anthony Weaver?
I haven't yet, no.
I love the idea of bringing in somebody young and someone that is going to instill discipline. But a defensive coach is a non-starter for me. There's got to be an offensive-minded coach to get this offense going.
Even Vrabel.
No defensive coaches, other than the one I would consider is Pete Carroll is technically a defensive head coach, but Pete Carroll had 18 seasons in the league as a head coach, and I think only 2 bad offenses the entire time. So Pete knows what it's supposed to look like on both sides of the ball.